Where it at? Where it at? Where it at? Let me make sure. Okay, the levels are there. What's going on, everybody? I'm Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephone.
We know it's live, and you guys know that already, but this is an official episode, so we figured we would be hitting y'all up. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2024. How you feel about 2023, huh?
2023 was a great year.
It was popping,
It was
though.
fun.
2023 was popping. I'm so excited for this next year. Make sure we can, you guys can hear us and everything. We see you guys in the chat. Make sure our levels are okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We actually just got back from shooting some We Trippin'.
Yeah.
Do we want to go into that, or we want to be mysterious?
We could go a little into it.
Okay, so yeah, say whatever you would like them to know.
So we went to the cold. Now we like the snow, and we're from LA, so we don't get snow like that. So that was kind of one of our goals, is to go to the snow again this year. But really, I don't know. I think the earth is heating up.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We went to two places, and both of them said that by now they would have feet and feet of snow.
Right.
And for some reason, it's just whoops.
Wow.
For some reason, it was just not snowing this year. So
right.
But luckily we shot a year in advance, so We Trippin' winter season.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
We got one more finale for fall.
One more for the fall. That should be coming out pretty soon. Vancouver, Canada. We're actually looking over it right now.
Yep.
And yeah, the places we just went to, we're keeping up this random train. Branson, Missouri.
And Spokane,
Washington. And it was actually amazing. Both of them were really, really fun.
Amazing. I have to emphasize the food.
The food was fire. We obviously couldn't do any snow activities, but the eats were good, the views were good, and I think the episodes are going to be really, really dope.
The food was so good, it has me questioning LA food.
Don't do that.
Has me questioning.
We have good food there. Every time we go out of town and we see, I'm the king of this, it'll be like, this city is so beautiful. Is LA that pretty? And then I come back and I'm like, yes, of course it is. It's just
I've actually
overly excited.
I've actually told you not to do that, and now look at me doing it myself.
Now she's doing it. But yeah, other than that, I saw in the chat somebody asked about Grizzly Tales. Grizzly Tales will return.
Spokane.
What?
Remember they called it that when I was doing my research?
Spokane.
Spokompton.
Spokompton. It didn't have any Compton vibes. It was actually
7-Eleven.
Well, I mean, that doesn't know what Compton looks like. Compton's nice.
No, some parts of Compton, people is out there.
I mean, LA too.
Well, they call it Spokompton, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, it did not give no Compton vibes. People think you naked right now. It's pretty.
They think I'm naked.
I mean, if you wear the crop top, you got to show them the crop.
Well, I was trying to lift the seat, but
is mine higher?
Yes, you are a little higher.
Oh, maybe that's as high as they go.
I don't know.
Do they do ski buys? That's pretty funny. They're asking about the bars. They're asking about the freestyle. Did I miss the freestyle?
Oh, the bars.
New year.
We haven't done them yet.
New year, new bars.
But I didn't even write no bars. So if we do bars, it's going to be on some freestyle type.
It's 2024. I'm getting down with 20 funny hoes.
Oh, I was going to say.
She waiting for the balls to drop. I'm waiting for them draws to drop.
Oh, my God.
I put the gun to her head and say, give me the fetty. She said, pull your pants down and give me that wetty.
Wetty? Wow. See, I was going to start off saying it's 2024. Y'all thought I was naked sitting here like a ho, ho, ho.
Okay.
That was kind of cool, right?
Well, I mean, don't stop mid-bar and ask for the review. Can you finish?
I was trying to give myself time to think of the next bar.
Damn, they said, Pat, I got the wedding. Yeah, I didn't know what that. Yeah, I guess I did.
I thought I had the wedding, and you had
you weren't involved in the bar.
No, well, I'm talking about women.
Well,
like women got the.
Okay, here's the problem that I had mid-bar. Okay, I started it off with pointing a gun to her and said, "Give me the confetti, like the money."
Right.
So I couldn't say, "Give me the wedding." I had the gun. That's horrible. It's a horrible bar.
And that's why I looked at you the way I did.
So that's why she said, "Pull your pants down and give me that wedding." I had to give the pussy to myself to make it so it wasn't a horrendous bar, which I'm okay with.
You know horrendous. What I mean? Nah, Pat, and you cuss out Persephone? Yeah, see?
Where was yours? I'm over here off the top of the dome. You giving half a bar, asking for a Yelp review in the middle.
We just got back from Branson.
The assurance looks.
We just got back from Branson. I was teaching Pat some shit like Ted dancing.
I said, girl, bend over, give me that bop like Hanson. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. You got a new top of the year thread for your boys.
I do. And it's
for the audience.
It's kind of funny.
Thicksters. Happy New Year, Thicksters. That would be a great thing to call you guys. I like threadheads, but Thicksters is kind of funny.
I would be Thickster. You would be Threadhead.
Okay. So like what? Like the males are.
Yeah.
The men are the threadheads. The women are the Thicksters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like it. Great job.
Why not?
He said Ted dancing, shaking my head.
Who is that?
I don't know. He's an actor. I was thinking Jim Henson, but I said Ted dancing.
What?
Jim Henson does like the Muppets and shit like that.
Oh shoot!
Ted Danson is just an actor, I think.
Oh, from Cheers.
So I accidentally said Ted Danson instead of Jim Henson, but Jim Henson didn't really go, so
it didn't.
I just had to.
Didn't go.
Mm-hmm. Didn't go.
All right, you got a top of the year thread for us.
Yeah, it didn't really have a title. So I read a comment under this thread, and it was so funny that I figured I'll just title it that.
What?
And the comment was, he smelled like a warm turtle tank.
Damn. She didn't really even need to add warm. It's not like it was like, I thought she was going to say turtle tank, but she said warm turtle tank.
Warm turtle tank.
Okay. I'm just starting the year off on some bullshit. What's the worst thing someone can do while on a date?
Oh.
The worst thing. And you're going to have to chat. You guys can guess too. What things you think appear the most?
Now, I don't know. I haven't seen this thread. So do I get to guess?
You get to guess, and you get to give us the worst thing someone did on a date with you.
I think I've told this story before.
Oh, okay.
But should I go after
you
after do your thread? Okay. Yeah. And then after mine, you have to tell about a story that either you had to tell someone they smelled like a warm turtle tank, or, or how you reacted to someone smelling like a warm turtle tank.
Just kiss her on the thigh and come back up.
Damn.
Maybe later. Which means maybe never.
No.
All right, so who's going?
Y'all decide who y'all want to go first.
Overall, split the bill, okay.
Oh,
pick their teeth with their fingers. No. This is just what people are saying.
I know, but I get to guess.
Picking of the nose, smoking cigarettes. Okay,
smoking cigarettes is horrible.
All right, it looks like everybody wants me. Everybody wants mine.
Everybody wants you.
Everybody wants my thread. Worst thing someone can do while on a date. Be boring. Come on. That's a big one. That'll kill a date. That'll kill someone's looks immediately.
I feel like talk sexual as soon as like y'all kind of like start.
From a woman to man, yeah.
From a man to a
woman starts,
no, from a man to a woman to start talking sexual at the beginning of the day. Yeah.
I'm just saying from our point of view, from a man to a woman, if a woman is if a woman is on a date with us and she's not doing too much, but shows a little freaky side, we're okay with it. That is super weird for a dude to do on the first date.
Right.
Okay, so out of all of the pet peeves, what's something you think would potentially be, not necessarily what you think, but what do you think would be on the list the most?
Bad breath.
What somebody can do on a first date.
Oh.
Like have bad breath?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely somebody said pick their nose. Burp really loud. Like burp and fart and stuff like that is disgusting on the first.
Okay. Well then. Let's go through it. Now, this is what I thought would be on there the most. And it was on there a couple times, but being rude to the waiter.
Oh, okay, that's your thing.
That's a big thing, but it wasn't as big of a thing here. Somebody said pulled out dental floss and proceeded to go at it right there in the dinner table.
Wow.
It was Vlad TV.
Because that be stinking sometimes too.
The floss stink?
Yeah.
Damn. I guess I can see that.
Like shit out your
up
teeth.
In the gums with the teeth. Someone said split bills. I ain't splitting shit before you come for me saying you broke. No, sorry. I ain't splitting shit. No punctuation.
That's
and
woman,
before
right?
you come for me saying you broke, well, I'm not so wholeheartedly. I was raised with standards. And somebody said standards of being broke. Ha ha. Got your ass. Record the food and drinks. I get it. Not everybody's a content creator. We literally do that.
Yeah.
Because we have a show. But I mean, that is weird when you're like in like an intimate date and somebody's just like on their phone. You know what I mean? Because somebody said take a picture of just their plate. Like I'm not a meal too. The fuck?
Oh my God. Half the time people got so many other people they date and they don't even want to be in the video or picture.
So you're saying that they're being nice by doing that.
Right. But I'm looking out for your well-being because I'm not trying to have all your ladies come to me. So if I just take a picture of my food and leave you out of it, you know, your life is easier.
Or the people who be like, the dudes who be trying to be in the video.
Right. Like, bro, move. I'm not posting this if you slid in there. And even your watch slide in there. And I'm either cropping or I ain't using the footage.
So this is along the lines of the Oyster. Somebody said had a girl order 10 tacos on our first date. I thought she was taking them to go. She ate all 10 in less than 3 minutes. Scared the shit out of me. I want to know that. I mean, it's kind of cool that we got the chat right now. I think that the Cheesecake Factory girl blew up because she was clearly in the wrong. In the majority of the comments, everybody, even women, were saying you tripping, right? The Oysters one, I think it was still in the majority that she was tripping only because she was nasty about it. First of all, 4 dozen is a lot. But second, like she was just going, she was on her phone. It was just overall a horrific experience. But I think at the bottom of the issue, there were some women agreeing that they eat like a lot on dates. So is that a thing for y'all dudes? Like, do you not like a girl with an overly big appetite? Not necessarily like a big girl. We're not talking about that. We're just saying like if they just hella gluttonous on the first go around, is that because I mean if you guys are dating for a while and you know you go out with somebody and they have ribs and they're hungry and stuff, it's just be like, damn, you hungry as hell. But on the first date when it seemed like you trying to feed a small village,
see what I'll do is because I think I have a decent appetite.
Okay.
So what I'll do is if I'm like crazy hungry before a date or something like that, I'll like drink some water. Like I'll have the first one, I'll drink a glass of water because that kind of curbs your appetite a little bit. And then it makes you full faster. So he doesn't get to see my gluttonous ways until I'm comfortable with him or until I know he's cool with that. But also, if he's the type that just doesn't ever like a woman to eat the way she comfortably eats, then that's not the guy for me.
I mean, I think there's a difference between a woman eating comfortably and a woman eating a shitload. Because because it could just be a thing of ribs and she's just like not trying to be all ladylike. She just goes in on it. That's fine. But I think there is a limit. 4 dozen oysters.
That was overdoing it.
Even if you take money out of it, because that's a lot of people in comments, it boils down to money and all that kind of stuff. Take money out of it.
Okay, can I play devil's advocate?
48 oysters died. No sharing, stacking the stuff up, and then eating more. First of all, that vag gonna smell like the 7 seas. So I don't want no parts of that.
Part in the Red Sea.
But I mean, other than that, it's just weird. I feel like that's doing too much.
I think it was doing too much. I'm gonna play devil's advocate though. I don't feel like she ate a lot though, because oysters are so small that it really don't take up much room in your system. That's like eating 48 crab legs.
It's still the principle, because edamame is barely anything. You got the little pods.
Right.
If a girl clears 4 bowls of them, I'm not gonna be like, well, edamame isn't that much. It's still like stacking bowls like Goku.
Honestly, it's what she did was obsessive. And I don't agree with it, but I don't think she ate gluttonously, because it's not something that would fill you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
don't think 48 slurps would at least? Because I mean, she stacked them up and was like,
"But
okay,
I don't
what
eat
we gonna
oysters.
eat?
I don't eat oysters." And the times I had, it was so little that the time that we tried them when we tripping, and it was literally like they were like this big, right? Aren't they like this big?
Well, if they're that small, have a couple and then move on.
She should have definitely had some of the bread that they give beforehand or something.
I don't
like
know what that
something
is.
That was filling, so she didn't like.
That's too. I mean, you got it. What we haven't talked about yet is first impressions too. Like, if you know someone's cool as hell and they do that, it might just be like, damn, what you want today?
Right.
But first impressions is important. Like, you doing a lot for your first time meeting somebody.
We got our first tip.
Hey, shout out Izzy for the tip.
Oh, we got our first tip.
So We Trippin' is my favorite travel show. Thank you. We hear you. We actually are very tired. We just got back from 2 back-to-back cities to shoot more for y'all and more for people like Izzy. So we appreciate that.
And thank Pat, because he was really adamant on getting back to be on time to shoot this live for y'all. And I was tired.
Okay, so 10 tacos. Compared to, if they're street tacos, like I've had nights like that, but even if I was that hungry, I wouldn't do that on a first date, because that's wilding. So 10 tacos, scarfing those down in front of the date is pretty wild.
Yeah. Like I said, it was obsessive and it was gluttonous type behavior. I feel like she should have definitely had something that was a little more filling, so that she didn't do that. But I wonder. I don't know if she was a content creator or whatnot. It just seemed like I don't know who filmed it, because if she filmed herself or if I don't know, it just seemed a little setup-ish, like, let's go viral. I'm gonna eat, you know, blah blah blah.
No, I mean, I don't believe really anything.
Yeah.
Gets a little wild here. Drop a crack pipe while y'all are waiting in the lobby to get a table. That's a mood killer. And it could have been one of them weed ones that he interpreted, but
a crack pipe is crazy.
Crack pipe is insanity.
But if it was a crack pipe for real, you would probably see crackish type like movements. You know, the why you look at me like you don't know crack type?
I mean, you're saying that you should have known?
I would think if they had a crack pipe on them at dinner, I just don't feel like they just started smoking crack. Like, I feel like they would already
I feel like you could be a low-key crackhead.
I don't think you could be a low-key crackhead, maybe a cokehead.
No, I think you could do crack functionally.
Crack?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I know people with family members, functional crackheads.
I don't know about that. I
Imagine
think that's
doing a nigga
cokehead.
taxes, going into the car, hitting some crack. No, I mean, it's just cheap coke with a couple more side effects.
This rocked up like
yeah,
this,
like I said, a couple more side
I'm
effects.
saying the longer you do crack,
I'm just saying you could be a low key.
the less functional you are. So I don't know about functioning, like, especially long term. No.
No, I mean, that would be a date killer for me as well. I'm just saying, like, I could see you being like, "What? They're on crack." I've heard of that happening. Okay, so use a straw for a beer. We were actually just talking about women who drink beer. Mm-hmm. Not my preference, but not the end of the world. Using a straw for a beer is a funny way to, like, that's a funny ceiling to have. Like, all right, this date's done.
I've put, just to be silly though, I put a straw in wine before, just to be on some silly shit.
Okay. Bad tipping. Is that a turn off for you?
No, because I feel like people sometimes don't even really know how to tip. If he's just like, I don't never tip. I don't know. I don't too much trip
tipping
off.
Is pretty crazy.
It's crazy, but also I've heard that we as Americans over tip, and that a lot of places, like if we go to Japan or whatnot, it's actually like frowned upon to tip. So
yeah, I mean, if the company's like that, for sure.
So I don't necessarily judge somebody's character off of how much they tip or whether they tip or not, but hopefully they're open to it, because I tip everywhere.
I got better at tipping as I went, but I wasn't a bad tipper because I was a bad person. I was just bad at percentages.
Right. So somebody could be like that and be like, so.
No, I've never tried crack. Are you kidding me? I was just,
You was defending the crack.
I was looking out for the hypotheticals, you know what I'm saying?
I just know everybody that I know that's done crack got them like, got them mannerisms. It'd be crazy.
Said I don't put my lips on glasses at restaurants. I feel weird when I do, but yeah. Someone said acting like they got somewhere else that they'd rather be. I hate that. Be dry as I don't like the ASF. It doesn't feel like as fuck, but be dry, overly shy. That's the worst part. Be married. That's a rough one.
Went on a date that it seemed like somebody was after him. Like he was like paranoid. Like, whoa, always looking around. We had to switch locations.
Really?
Yeah.
You had to switch locations because of what?
Because it was too many people there.
And he thought that his ops were there?
I don't know who he thought was there, but he was just like, it's too many people here. I'm uncomfortable. And it was like, it was a spot that I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I like this. And he was like, oh,
that's crazy.
Too many people.
Someone said he was on crack. That's funny.
Right.
That's insane. I wouldn't go to the next location. I would just
I went to the next location, but I didn't see him seriously after that. It was just
just saying, if somebody's like, no, we gotta change locations, I'll be like, yeah, just text it to me and I'm going home. It don't matter if it's a date, just Uber, wherever. If I'm with somebody who got ops,
Uber, I'm like, okay, no Uber.
All right,
and it was closer to my house. The next spot was closer to.
Oh no! Someone said fart in my water cup. Okay, so here's the crazy part. Of everything that you guys guessed, farting was appeared the most. First dates, farting is men and women. No, everybody was saying farting. The farting in my water cup was just funny enough to read out loud. Someone said telling you that they were abducted by aliens and sexually experimented on to obtain sperm to create 2 alien hybrid male children that now live on another planet. Yep, he literally said that. How would you deal with that? That's basically saying he has kids he don't take care of.
Right. Now that one,
it's pretty interesting, actually.
I would ask questions.
I would have a great conversation. I wouldn't see them again.
Never again. Never again.
Talk about star signs.
Niggas hate that. Man, y'all really hate that. I've been instructed that, so me and a few girls, we went out or whatever, and we met up with people, and one of my homegirls was like, make sure you do not talk about the signs. Don't talk about astrology. Don't talk about nothing.
Eye roll.
Now, I'm not even really into it like that. I just know what I am. And that's kind of, I don't know about all the like numbers and, you know, everything that's associated with your rising and falling and, you know.
I think niggas entertain that to smash. I genuinely don't think any niggas is really into that. They either know very surface level, like Virgo, you're a Pisces, we blah blah blah. You read, you like walks. They know really surface level, or I have a theory that the ones who know and picked up a book about it are like, I'm really gonna be on these hoes after this. That's just my personal opinion.
Is that what it is?
Because it's not
interesting to y'all.
It's interesting, and like I said, I don't want to speak for any other people, but there is a part of it that's interesting, but like open up a textbook and learn. I think that there's pussy lips at the end of that book. There's pussy at the end of that mission.
Have you personally? Are you speaking from experience?
No, I've never. Just because like I'm so sarcastic and I just make fun of it. I don't take anything seriously. I couldn't even see myself doing that. Have I entertained and been like, oh yeah, tell me more, or what? You know, keep talking. Say all the stuff that the stars told you. Yeah, for sure.
Pat is like, yeah, keep talking. Yeah, keep talking. What did the stars tell you?
No, that's a weird spot to move in on.
Oh, sorry, the leg, but they couldn't see that.
No,
on
not
the camera.
not literal spot. I mean, like contextually.
No, I'm saying that's how. That's where y'all mind
cool
is
conversation
going.
If they're really into it. It's like, okay, for sure. What did the stars tell you about my birthday? You know, that for sure. If it's right, then I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. You know,
I think ours is cool because our birthdays are one day after each other, so it's cool. Like just in the sense that we're both Virgos and our birthdays are like right next to each other. That would make me have a conversation. But I typically
there's some interest.
I just never retain the information when all my girls tell me what, I mean, everything is. They're like, what time were you born? You know,
now when there is something that does line up, I am impressed and I'll be like, that's crazy. Like I've had my chart read before and I was whoa. That's when they like find out when your birthday is and what time you
Pat got a lot of pussy from this. Y'all can tell it.
But then
telling me what the chart is.
I'm openly telling you that it was them. I didn't learn this shit to get vagina. It was really like anything you would do on a date. What's your interest? All right, talk about it a little bit more. See if I care. So there are interesting elements in it, which is why I don't want to make assumptions. But I know that a lot of niggas do it for vagina. And my theory is that the people who know a lot about it are still doing it for vagina. but I mean, I don't know. Okay, let me wrap mine up. Ask the person at the next table for some of their food. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm leaving.
There's no way that actually happened. We keep experiencing people offering us food.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing ever. It was in Missouri, really. In Missouri, all these people, when we went to different places, kept offering us some of their food. And I was like,
seems suspect.
We had to like kind of hide the food and they watched us not eat it and then finally realized like, oh, that was weird. And then came back to us like, you know, that was weird. We're sorry. And we're like, oh, it's fine. We'll order something we're so nice.
Yeah, we thought we thought everybody was gonna be racist, and then they're like, "This too much," and I think I prefer the racism.
Some girls was like, "Here, eat our churros."
Nah, no, thank you.
No.
This is a huge one. Getting extremely intoxicated. That's just like, first of all, it's a first date. Why would you get drunk around a stranger? Number one. And then number two, like, what are you doing? That whole thing of like the girls like stumbling out and dudes like trying to holler at all the drunk girls at the end of the club. That is dangerous business. I would just suggest never get drunk in public, period, but never get drunk on a first date ever, or on a date. How about that? And I'm guilty of these last few. Chew like a dog with their mouth open and smacking food. I have a problem with that. I'm sorry.
Big time.
Yeah.
You are Mr.
That sounded like more of a compliment. I know that's not what you were going for, but Jesus Christ, that was you got an F in terms of an insult, but that's a cool little soundbite.
Oh, okay. I thought it sounded a little gawkish.
That's
gawkish.
No, it didn't sound like that to me.
That's why I turned around like, oops.
Sounded like eating good vagina. Smacking. Yep, munch.
Pat's a munch.
Does munch mean you're good at it, or you do it and get kicked out?
Get kicked out.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
I've only done that.
Call you up.
I've only done that once or twice. I didn't get kicked out though. I decided that's all I wanted.
Oh, so it was on you.
I put a bib in, and I was.
Oh, you just wanted to be the munch.
All right, go for it.
So I'm calling this. He smelled like a warm turtle tank. Okay. So this chick put up a tweet that said, so I linked with this dude, and when it was time to do the do, he smelled funny down there. I don't know if I worded this wrong or what, but considering he's 25, I definitely expected him to take this constructive criticism better.
Damn. She told him about it?
She told him.
Was this after? Because it's text.
Well, this is the text. Not trying to be rude or nothing, but you definitely needed to shower. He said, hold on, you saying I stink?
Why not say that in person?
She said, stink is not the word.
If it's that bad, you got to tell him in person.
He said, watch your mouth. You trying me.
Oh, that's a hot button for him, huh?
This came in hot. This let me know this is not the first time somebody said something like this to him. She said, but I could tell you didn't shower. You want me to lie to you? If you felt like I needed to shower, I would want you to tell me. You don't have to be offended.
I would love that.
You didn't stink, but you needed a shower. You've been at work and I could tell.
But she still did what she did the do, I'm assuming. So she sucked the turtle tank.
I don't know if she sucked it.
She said you smelled down there.
So she might have come back up.
Oh.
You know how you just said you'll kiss the thigh and would come back up?
So he missed out on a gawk because she just couldn't say.
Potentially, because he never came back with, but you still blah blah blah. Because that's kind of I guess that would be kind of a rebuttal, a defense. You know, if she did suck it up, he'd be
so
like,
far, he sounds like he would have said that, yeah.
He said, I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely shower. You just running your mouth, but you enjoy the rest of your night. Or you got me confused with another dirty nigga you fucking. The fact that he said another dirty nigga lets me know, like so you know you dirty, but what you experienced with me is no. That's another
really
dirty
pulled
dude.
You got me confused. That's what girls do. Wrong bitch. That's what he really just did. Wrong nigga.
She said, nigga, it's literally not that serious. You're making it bigger than what it has to be. All I said was next time, just shower right before or something. Because I definitely showered right before. It's just a respect thing. And he put, bitch, I did shower.
That's a horrible response. So he was like, that was my best.
He said,
that was me plus soap.
So he probably just, if he even got in the water, he probably did like a little bird bath, but forgot his nuts.
I thought bird bath for me is dick armpits.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
he might have forgot balls.
Why would you miss the main?
He might have forgot the taint. He might have forgot.
That's like makeup doing all the background dancers and forgetting Beyonce.
He just left a little mustard down there, you know,
mustard,
little hot mustard under the ball sack area.
That's insane. That's crazy. But first of all, both of them are in the wrong. She should have said something at the time.
Because that would have been. She don't know his temperament. He said, "Bitch, watch your mouth."
So you were saying that she did that because she was scared?
I'm saying you don't know how somebody's going to respond to sensitive criticism. So you do have to be careful. Now, I've had to tell someone about their BO before, but I was very, very careful on how I said it. I would have never said it like she said it, but I don't think she was
because
wrong.
he stinks is wild.
A nigga will get violent because you tell him no, you don't want to, you're not giving him your number.
Right.
So telling a nigga he stink, embarrassment and humiliation might make,
But what about like,
trigger.
hey, what if we both took a shower right now? Trying to cute it up.
I mean, she could have done that, but I think maybe she was taken back. Maybe she's really direct. Some people be really direct, and it's
through text later.
Through text later, because you don't know how somebody gonna react, and it might be more comfortable.
If you think you're gonna get swung on because you telling the truth, maybe that's where the relationship is weak.
Well, that was her way of testing it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm glad she said something, but I don't know the situation to say, oh, you should have said something in the moment, because who knows if he would have taken it. He said, bitch, watch your mouth. So if he's saying watch your mouth,
getting mad
over text
is insane.
Just imagine in person how he could have reacted.
Guys, let's grow up. All right. Let's just all grow up together. Women too. Because I feel like being defensive is very obvious in the moment. Like you could probably be set off by something that you didn't want to hear, and it's pretty obvious in the moment. Like, dang, they probably right. Is that why I'm this mad? They probably right. Why am I this mad? Because she said I stink. So, thank you, Itzy. Thank you for the.
Thank you, Izzy.
So
we appreciate you.
I do think that there could have been a conversation in the then. You are right. You don't really know if that's dangerous. I'm speaking man to woman. I am not really the type, like it's really popular online to be like, no, don't shower. I want some twang. Let me do
that's
this.
A real thing.
Yeah, let me do this out of the gym. Nah, I'm okay. I would like a washed. I like my dishes washed.
I've smelled gym balls, and I am
food.
I like my dishes washed.
I'm not on the team. I'm not on team twang.
Yeah, I've smelled gym balls, and I don't like it. I was like, it's not my kink. I said, bruh, but this dude, this was somebody that I already been intimate with. So I was like, did you shower? He was like, no, I just came from gym. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, all right. I knew his temperament.
Jokey, that's probably the best way. just like, jump in the as opposed to like, you stink. Bop, 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 bop. Like, man, maybe you should jump in the shower. But like you said, you don't really know, because I feel like a lot of women would react negatively to that too. Because if you can smell the cat before it's out the box,
the cat before it's out the bag.
I need a Ziploc bag. You can't smell anything. Airtight, vacuum sealed,
odor protected.
I don't want to taste your full day.
So, have you been in a situation with a young lady where you actually did tell her, like, no. Listen, you've never said it? Why?
Here's the thing, man. Okay, this has not happened since I quote unquote matured. Yes, this is the mature version of me. Still got a lot of work. But when you're in your 20s and you smash it, niggas will nig. You know what I mean? Oh. I've held my nose from the backshot wind before. Sometimes you got to power through it. Now, where I do cross, like draw the line. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Is I'm not gonna eat spoiled food.
Yes!
that's reserved for something I know is completely dineable, but for the most part, exactly, chat. Powered through it. You just
got to see it through, my boy.
You kind of hit them with
what do you use to? Have you ever, like, has she ever turned around and you was like,
I know. I mean, I've been to nursing homes before. I know how to just block the air from coming in. I'm not gonna be like, oh, PU. If it's that bad, I'm not gonna even initiate it. Because smell is a big part of a part of that, and I can't do. Now, I mean, like sometimes it's just natural. Sometimes it's not like necessarily a nasty person, but it smelled like a crab boil afterwards. That's
crab salad.
That's just no. That's a little too
spoiled
much.
crab salad.
See, that's too much.
Ooh.
Sometimes it smells a little peerish. And you just like, man, that's just how it is. So I've never been mature enough to be like, let's stop everything. I need to talk to you about this, or let's stop everything. You need to shower, because if it was really bad, I'm not talking to her again. That's just, I'm not doing it in the first place. If it was just in one of them, you got to see it through, my boy thing, I'll go through it, and then it's a never. But I feel like I would really have to be involved and care about the person to even cross that line, because if I came to that line, more than likely I'm turning around.
I'm gonna tell you, if it smelled like fish, like peerish, then
peerish is my new favorite word, by the way.
Yeah, if it smelled peerish, then that means that there is an imbalance in there that is usually called bacterial vaginosis. And once it gets to a certain level, it begins to smell like either like ammonia, some people say bleach, and fish. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like I'm educating you right now on
what's ammonia. What does ammonia smell like?
Cleaner.
I haven't smelled Pledge.
Well, no, it ain't. It don't smell like Pledge.
I haven't smashed Miss Lemon Pledge.
So just so you know, if you do ever find yourself in a situation like that,
she's unbalanced.
Yeah, and you might not want to go in there because she needs medication.
I mean, like I said, if it's too strong, because I mean, I just know that the natural vagina smell is pungent. It
natural is. Pungent is the word.
You keep trying to connect it to something negative. I'm just saying.
I'm
you ain't gonna be like, I don't smell nothing,
right?
So what I'm saying is, if it goes into
pungent is crazy.
If it goes into the red and you're like, this smells bad, I'm probably not going to do it at all.
So do you like the marinated natural smell of a healthy balance? So,
but I can't sit here and say I don't prefer completely no smell. I can't say that.
So you prefer when it just don't smell like anything at all?
Yeah, why not? But I also just don't mind the smell of a nice vagina. Now, when it pushes into peerish, yo ho, it's off to the 7 C's. You're right. I detect there's something afoot, and I would just rather leave it alone.
I feel like you should.
But have I hit this before? I can't say I have not.
Oh my God! If I turn around and a nigga's like,
well, that's the thing. You don't want to be rude.
That's rude.
If it gets to the point where you have to hold your nose,
if you turn around and nigga got his shirt
abort mission.
His shirt over his nose,
abort mission.
Bruh.
But I mean, you know, I can't. I mean, when you're first starting out sexually, unless you just dropped a Chris Brown video and you getting vagina thrown at you at 16, 17, 18 years old.
Taco toss.
What?
Taco toss.
I don't know what that means. I'm just saying.
You said vagina thrown at you.
When you first start out, sometimes you take what you can get.
Pat be wearing the poo shiesty in the pussy.
That's not a bad way to tell somebody.
To every time they come over, put on a poo shiesty mask.
Poo shiesty and be like, I'm about to be a criminal with it. I'm about to go felony on you.
That's crazy.
About to drop some felony. All right.
I've never been told that.
Never? That's good. I've never been told I had a stinky peenie.
A stinky peenie?
But I also that would horrify me. So I always wash. Well, I wash a couple times a day anyways. But I think that whenever I know something might happen, squeaky clean. Clean balls. I wouldn't
so you can't even naturally. Can you even naturally go into it, or do you be like, hold on?
I would want to shower first if I know I got some swampy balls. Like I wouldn't even be like, no. Come up here. Come up here.
Come on over and pop that pickle.
Let's get into these facts because my facts also have to do with the situation.
So why don't we go straight into yours? Because mine is just some information about popular terms that people just don't know.
Mine is factual smut. Just factual smutty stuff.
Okay.
I also have two.
You have two?
I have two, but they're really quick.
Okay, we can
and
do
they're
two.
They're both biblically nasty.
Okay, I want to hear it.
According to the Bible, David was allowed to marry the king's daughter if he returned with 100 foreskins of slain enemies.
So he had to go through. He had to win first.
Kill them.
And then he had to go through
the foreskins. This nigga came back with 200.
Stop.
We talking about
he enjoyed it.
We're talking about first dates. He pulled up with double the criteria, double the foreskins.
He said, I don't have enough. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
You think he did them all himself?
He had to have.
I don't think so.
Oh, like he had like a staff?
Hey, help me get these dicks.
Help me get these dicks. I'm trying to get some pussy. Help me collect these dicks. I'm trying to get some pussy.
Can you imagine your response would be like, would you go around and help him like cut off?
Treat it like a high score, or he said 200 dicks and I'm getting pussy.
I'm gonna be like, man, what's in it for me?
You think he had like a little marker on his wall? Like,
no,
all right,
it was on his arm.
75.
he was
15 more.
Up. Pop.
And then he's like, damn, we over now. We got like about 110. Let's keep going. I don't see her till next month.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I need to have some extra ones just in case. He's like, well, in case you could marry her, but you can't, Oh,
unless there was more stuff to bargain with.
It was like dick currency.
Maybe it was, he thought he'd lose some in the travel.
That too, because if some wither away, some were probably not that big.
A couple bounce out of the carriage.
Yeah, because, some chodes might be like.
Can you imagine if you had 99 foreskins and he was like,
this one don't count.
No, that's 99. He said, I said
no,
100.
I'm saying like the 100th one was so small. He's like, that don't count.
But if you come under, then you just like, damn, I just cut off all these dick skins.
For nothing.
So
he had to have some.
So the box was fire. Fire.
He kept them in a locker, the extras.
And then this one, I've never said these two words together, but this one's just kind of wild. So in a helicopter, the main rotor retaining nut, it's called the Jesus nut. And the reason why is that if it were to fail in flight, the only thing left is to pray to Jesus.
I was just about to say, if it fails in flight, that's who you're going to be seeing.
But I don't like, I think calling it the Jesus nut, pretty crazy.
And we was just on a helicopter.
Pretty crazy.
Did you know this when we got on the last helicopter a few days ago?
About the Jesus nut. I would have asked about it.
Why would there not be another safety mechanism that
like Jesus nuts?
Yeah, like two of them.
Jesus nuts.
Or for one nut away from death is crazy to me.
Someone said if you smell anything like a Bradford pear tree, I'm running, crawling, and screaming like Carlton Banks. That was a smart roast. What the hell is a Bradford pear tree?
I don't know.
That sounds like it smells like kind of good, except for the Bradford part.
Mine is like if you smell like dead flower water.
Flower, like in a vase.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever smelled like dead flower water?
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, or like bong water.
Oh,
because it smells like bong water. It's a little too ripe.
That's disgusting.
Can't smell like the bottom of a cargo boat.
Wow.
Smell like fresh cargo.
Ew.
Smells like spoiled sashimi in here.
You know what? I'm going to go into my fact.
Yellowtail.
Stinky salmon.
Kind of albacore down there.
Ew.
Sorry, I got a bunch of
You're going to keep going. Okay. So an eponym is the result when a discovery is named after a patient or person, as in the case of Achilles tendon and Lou Gehrig's disease. So
Okay.
I want to name off some eponyms in the medical community.
Okay.
All right. Alzheimer's. It's a chronic neurodegenerative disease, most common form of dementia. It was actually named after a guy named Alois Alzheimer.
Oh,
Yeah.
would you name a disease after you though? Like I wouldn't want someone to get Houston's disease.
Well,
It's like I came down with the Patricks.
right. It's kind of like,
Don't name me after that.
but your name will live on forever.
Negatively.
Asperger's,
No
which
way.
is difficulties in social interactions and nonverbal
Jimmy
communication.
Asperger.
His name was Hans Asperger.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's Asperger.
Asperger.
I always say Asperger.
I mean, they know what you're
That's a
saying.
little booty burger.
Bell's palsy, dysfunction of the cranial nerve causing facial paralysis, was Charles Bell.
Okay. Well, at least that has a little creative twist to it. Bell's palsy.
Crohn's disease. It's an inflammatory bowel disease.
Oh.
Cobblestone ulceration was Burl Crohn.
I was hoping he had a better first name, but Crone is a dope ass last name. That's just fire.
Wow. Graves' disease.
Wait, Ebola? Is a nigga named Ebola? Oh, Ebola.
No, it's the river. That's why I didn't know that one.
Jimmy Ebola.
Why are you coming up with these first names? What is wrong with him? Graves' disease is the overproduction of thyroid hormones. Robert Graves. And I know you've heard of like Hodgkin's.
Bobby Graves? That's fire. He was a doctor? Bobby Graves. I'd be terrified if that was my doctor. Graves? Dr. Graves?
So other ones, Lou Gehrig's, I said that already. Parkinson's.
James Parkinson?
Parkinson's, yeah, James Parkinson. Tourette's.
What? Who's Tourette?
You want to say his name?
It's a couple people. It's a gang. Oh, this is all one person? George Albert Edouard Brutus Gillies de la Tourette. Yeah, they had a lot of options. Damn. All right, so those are disease people,
or the doctors that dealt with it. So yeah.
What if there was like a Frankie flu, or like a Alvin AIDS?
Oof.
Well, no, AIDS is a acronym. Is that what it's called? When it means different stuff.
Why are you like this?
Carl Chlamydia.
That's disgusting.
Shug syphilis.
Patrick.
Why my name?
I was trying to find one to say.
That's another good one.
Parkinson's is already taken.
Cameron COVID. It's the show's over, huh?
It is, but you were just going, so I was gonna Patrick penicillin. So you
Denzel
are
dermatitis.
So you.
I like that. That was a good one.
Bring it to Denzel.
All right. Well, Persephoneitis. That's funny. Persephoneitis.
That's that.
Persephone scabies. That didn't even really go together. That's funny as hell. Scabies. What is that?
It's
Is
like
that the
little critters.
Cameron crabs?
Who's Cameron?
Well, crabs is already.
You keep using Cameron.
It's all these C
Who's
names.
that?
It's all these C names. All right, you guys. If you like these live episodes, just let us know. We might do one every month,
this was really
every other month. But
I enjoyed it.
We just wanted to talk to y'all, say happy birthday,
and shout out happy birthday,
happy New Year,
and shout out to Izzy again for being our first.
Hey, we got was that our first on the whole channel?
I feel like it was. I don't think we've ever had anybody give us a tip before.
Hey,
and if they
shout
did,
out to Izzy. And if you guys want to keep tipping us, we'll keep going live.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Oh, Patrick Polyps.
Damn.
Got some penis polyps.
I thought polyps could only be in a vagina. We can get polyps.
I think y'all can get polyps too.
Damn.
Maybe it's internal.
All right, you guys, more Week Tripping and Grizzly Tales coming soon. And appreciate y'all for subscribing. If anybody's watching here who's like, what the heck is this? And just clicked and they don't even know who we are, subscribe to the channel. We have a bunch of good stuff.
Yes, we do.
Bunch of good stuff.
We do.
All right, as always, I've been Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephone.
We'll see y'all later. Happy New Year. Happy 2024.
Happy
all that.
New Year.
Yeah.